Well, what a lovely story that trainer Garth Pull is just telling me about Sizwe Magizana, if I'm pronouncing that correct, but his name is Sizwe, the groom of Captain Fontaine, currently on 2 weeks annual leave. But he said, Captain Fontaine's running, I love him so much, I'm coming to the races, I'm coming to work on my annual leave, and well done to you, Sizwe, congratulations. You were blowing your whistle, you were enjoying every moment as you should be, and on behalf of Hollywood Bets and Gold Circle, you get 1,000 Rand. Your passion, your love for the industry is well rewarded. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sizwe. Well, come closer and tell us the story. Come on, that's a wonderful story. Sizwe, sorry, you and I are leaning up against the wall here. Our backs are a bit sore, but that's for another day. But Sizwe, he loves his horse. He's on leave and he's here.
He took the horse into quarantine to go to Hong Kong, and the horse got colic in quarantine. He saved it because he lunged it himself, and it went to hospital and came back, and David said, look, it's got to start the quarantine over again, rather send it back. And it came back, it won another 2 races with us, and he came back and he said to me, God answered his prayers. His horse has come back, it doesn't have to go overseas. But he loves it so much, he took it to Joburg and looked after it in quarantine.
It's a lovely story, and you could hear he was blowing his whistle. He was so proud to see Sizwe, and he's a smart horse, we all know that.
Yeah, he's a nice horse. He's come back to himself. Thank you very much. Thanks to David, Mr. Hoy. Thank you. I'm glad to see that he's back. I was never worried about distance with this horse. I said all along, he just had a couple of hiccups in his way up, but he's back. Thanks again to David and Mr. Hoy, and thanks to the guys back at home, Michael, Eric, Bishop, and Sizwe, obviously, and a nice ride from Serena. He's got to know the horse well now. And a big thank you to Spare. Spare rides his horse most days at work. Spare settles him well and gets on with him well. But obviously, in races like this, you need a bit of experience, and that'll come for him. But as an apprentice, he's doing very well. And thanks to Wendy and Kathy, and a big thanks to Hollywood again for their support.
What are the plans, Garth, before you run away? Obviously, champion season's upon us, and what do you? What's the thought process here?
Well, now I can look at, I wanted to just confirm that this is what I'm looking for, and he's quite high in the merit rating, which unfortunately for him, but now he can come back. He came down with Mr. Ferrara Senior and Paul Peter for the draw, and he pulled very hard. They couldn't control him, and probably training on the high felt, it probably made it so, and he was light. He didn't travel down well, but now he settled in. We'll probably go that route. We'll look for 1 or 2 races during the big season for him, and hopefully we can keep him happy. As long as he's happy, he'll run well.
Garth, thanks for your feedback. All the best.
Thank you.
Serena Mudley, well done. And let's talk about Captain Fontaine, because I heard you saying to Sizwe as you came back, you biscuit.
Yes, it's just fantastic. I've begged Mr. Puller, please can I ride the horse over a better ground? I think he'll suit me. And look, I must be honest, in his starts where I got beaten him, I was very confident. But I've got the confidence in him to get the job done. And look, on the day, I just misjudged it by half a length. So look, it's just fantastic to see him bounce back so nicely. This was, I thought it was his most impressive win today, and it's just fantastic, to Mr. Hoy and Mr. Ferraris. Just fantastic riding in these silks and delivering from them as well, so it's just fantastic, and a big thank you to them.
Well, of course, Hong Kong racing took place today, and Mr. Hoy and of course Mr. Ferraris, Hong Kong, and Luke's there, and Lyle's there, and they're all there. I'm sure they would have all been tuned into this production to watch these colours flash past the line in first.
Yes, definitely. I would hope they watched the win. It was ultra impressive, and look, we just got a few things planned, like Mr. Puller said, and let's hope all goes to plan.
Well done, and all the very best going forward with this horse.
Thanks so much. I must say thanks to Spear. He does a lot of work on the horse, and he deserves the credit. So massive thanks to Spear as well, to Mr. Puller and his whole team, and to my sponsors, Uniform. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Lovely. That's it. Cheers. 3 cheers for the backers and the followers of Captain Fontaine. He's by Captain Al out of Spring Lilac, who was by Joshua Dancer. Well done to Shively Stud. The team at Shively know their way around a horse, and they know their way around a breeding barn too. And this is for Mr. Hoy and David Ferraris. Serena has done the duty for you. Well done to all concerned.